Alright, now that we've got our disco equipment sorted, let's get on to our diva accessories. This is my favourite part. Of course, every diva needs a crown or a tiara, and you can make one simply just out of paper or cardboard. This one looks a bit more like a crown. I'll show you a different version in a minute that's a little bit daintier. But to make something like this, first of all, we need the headband. If you don't have any cardboard, that's okay. You'll need something that is going to be long enough to go around your head, so you might need to sticky tape two pieces of something together. Now here I've just used two pieces of A4 reflex paper, copying paper, and to make it a little bit sturdy and a little bit stronger, just fold it a couple of times so that you get a band that will be, I think I've gone one more time and I've ended up with a band that looks like that. Now that's quite sturdy and I've just sticky taped it down. I haven't put any staples in because we don't want them scratching into our head. So there's your band. Then you need the little dainty piece, the decorative piece that sits at the front. Now you don't want to go too fancy for this because it gets quite tricky cutting it out. So something like that, perhaps, that we're going to stick on the front. To get something that is symmetrical like that, get a piece of paper, and you can use to make it stronger some cardboard. This is just off the, again, packaging. So you could use a piece of cardboard and draw your shape. Fold the piece of paper firstly in half and draw half of the shape, only half, and keeping it quite simple. Once you've done that, cut that out. Here's a slightly different one, but you can see that I've cut it, and then fold it over and push it down straight like that, and trace it onto the other half. This way you are going to have an identical piece and your crown will be completely symmetrical. So then open it out, cut that out, and you will end up with something that is as symmetrical as that. Once you have that, simply find the middle piece of the crown and the middle piece of the band and pop them together so that everything is centered. Just again using sticky tape. Don't use staples for anything going on your head. Now, this one I've covered in aluminium foil, kitchen foil, like this, or you might have some wrapping paper or other paper. I've just got a piece of wrapping paper, spotty one, it's got a bit of silver on it. The best way to cover something that's got lots of bits like this piece here is to put your paper down, put the glue onto the paper. So put the glue onto the paper, roughly where the crown is going to go, and then pop the crown onto that. Make sure it's all stuck down, and then all you have to do is cut that out. Cut it from this side and you can see exactly where to cut. When it's done, bring it round, stick it together at the back, and there's your crown. On this one, I've stuck some little, I've made my jewels out of foil. So if you don't have stick-on jewels like this, or pom-poms, or sequins, or beads, you can use any of these sorts of things. If you don't have anything like that, you can make your own little jewels. Just screw up some foil quite tight and stick them on there, which is what I've done. And I've cut out a little cardboard heart. So there's one version of the crown. Another one that's a little bit daintier, as I said, is using pipe cleaners. Now you might have ordinary pipe cleaners like this, just your standard ones, or you might have kind of sparkly ones like this. These are quite good. And again, first of all, you need to make your base, your band, and do that by just wrapping around two edges. Make sure that you wrap them right down so that there are no sticky bits sticking up with bits of wire that are going to go into your head. So there's the base. To make something like this is one I started earlier, all I've done is made the base, worked out where my middle was, then I cut another piece into smaller sizes, so maybe one in half, get it exactly in half so that you've got the same length on each side. I've made a little arch, and I've just wound it around on both sides to do that little arch there, and the same on that side, and then I've done a bigger one over the middle, over the top. I then got another piece and decided that I would put a twist in it at the top, and now I just need to fasten down the end. Again, making sure those bits are right down. There we go. If I wanted to, I could stick some jewels on that, and then it's a matter of joining up the back, tightening it together, and popping it on. There we go. So there's that one. This one I made using the fuzzier kinds of pipe cleaners, and I've stuck some little jewels on. If you wanted to do these little curly bits at the top, very easy. Here's one I've started, and I'll show you what I did. I simply wound a piece around my finger. So I've put my finger in the middle, wound a piece around, taken my finger out, given it a twist, and there's another loop. Wind it around, twist, and there's another loop. Make it as long as you like, and then attach it, as I did with this one, attach your ends to the headpiece, the headband. And then you can add on other bits in the middle, add on some jewels, add on some sparkles, whatever you like. Okay, tiara done.